Alright, it's the moment that we've been waiting for. Update 3.7 notes are here. Let's go over them. Release 3.7, the BRAWL update. Update 3.7 brings new dinosaurs, features including 4v4 BRAWL, a new mission growth guide, and more to Jurassic World Alive. What's new? What is BRAWL? The wait is over as BRAWL is coming to Jurassic World Alive, battling using a team of 4 dinosaurs against another player's team of dinosaurs in a new strategic way to play. Read more here. Read more about this exciting new mode here. Doesn't work. Healing modifier. Big change. We're introducing healing modifiers with 2 new mechanics, heal buff and heal debuff. With BRAWL being added to the game, these new mechanics were specifically designed to counter sneaky players with teams of healers. So something like Concatalic. Using heal buff on your dinosaurs or teammates to increase the healing they will receive. Use heal debuff on an opponent's dinosaur to decrease the healing it will receive. With that said, we've also had to tweak some of our existing abilities that have heal and cleanse, specifically cleanse all. Here are the changes. Abilities with cleanse all will now activate after heal rather than before. Developers note, this is so that the heal debuff can affect the healing capacity of dinosaurs using these abilities. Otherwise, the cleanse all would remove any impact this debuff would have. Added cleanse damage debuff before heal. Cleanse damage debuff will not apply to heal abilities that use percentage of the dinosaur's max HP in their description. It should be in its description because it's one single dinosaur. Developers note, this was done to remove any impact the damage debuff mechanic might have on the dinosaurs. Concerning the second point, the debuff should not affect the efficiency of these types of abilities. We've also fixed some inconsistencies with our icon visuals for most of the impacted abilities and renamed some in order to better reflect their actions. You can find the full list of changes here. We'll look at that after. We hope these new mechanics will add another depth of strategy to your game plan. Okay, so it wasn't a section of the patch notes, it's a file that I had to download. Abilities with changed names. Accelerating Team Heal, which is what Dilorkyrus has, is now Group Vitalize. Counter Power Heal is now Decelerating Power Heal. Decelerating Group Heal, which is what Atrocimolic has, is now Group Rejuvenation. Greater Regenerating Strike is now Regenerating Strike. So it just loses the greater, okay. Hastening Shelter is now Shielded Vitalize. Healing Accelerate on Escape is now Vitalize on Escape. Minor Heal on Escape is now Lesser Heal on Escape. Shelter is now Vitalize. Shelter on Escape is now Shielded Vitalize on Escape. Sheltering Impact is now Vitalizing Impact. Shielded Double Heal is now Shielded Greater Heal. Swap and Heal is now Swap and Lesser Heal. Abilities whose mechanics and icons were impacted by these changes. Adrenaline Pulse, Alert Assist, Alert Critical Rush, Alert Devouring Impact, Alert Fierce Rampage, Alert Instant Heal, Alert Squall, Anger on Escape, Bamboo Snack Alert, Bask Brace, Bracing Taunt and Impact, Cleansing Counter Power Heal, Cleansing Group Shield, Constricting Rampage, Decelerating Power Heal, Defensive Rampage, Dig In on Escape. Wow, this is a large list. Excuse me. Dig In, Taunt, Distracting Team Heal, Dragon's Flight, Emergency Group Heal, Emergency Regroup, Evasive Restore, Extreme Obstruction, that's a move, Fade, Fearless Alert, Ferocious Counter Healing Strike, Ferocious Restore, Flock of One, Greater Emergency Heal, Greater Group Heal, Group Fortifying Impact, Group Heal, Group Rejuvenation, Group Shattering Regenerating Impact, Group Vitalize, Hard Swallow, Heal, Healing Bellow, Healing Fierce Strike, Herd Sentinel, Instant Defense, Invigorating Alert, Lesser Emergency Heal, Lesser Group Heal, Lesser Heal on Escape, Maximum Ferocity, On Escape Revival, Payback Rampage, Power Dig-In, Power Heal, Powered Counter Heal, Powerful Counter Heal, Primal Dig-In, Protective Alert, Protective Strike, Rampage Intervention, Refresh, Regenerating Alert, Dominance, Regroup, Rejuvenate on Escape, Remedy, Resilient Healing Strike, Shielded Greater Heal. Oh, there's more. Wow. Shielded Vitalize on Escape, Shrill Victory on Escape, Swap and Bulwark Alert, Swap and Emergency Distraction, Swap and Lesser Heal, Taunting Heal Bellow, Taunting Shielded Heal, Vitalize on Escape, Vitalizing Impact. Abilities whose icons were impacted by these changes. Alert Annihilating Impact. Alert Defensive Rampage, Alert Harpy, Alert On Escape Evasion, Alert Scurry, Alert Shattering Impact, Alert Showdown, Alert the Flock, Battle Ready, Counter Power Heal, Crushing Alert Showdown, Definite Alert Frenzy, Embolden, Emboldening Alert, Evasive Heal, Feast, Ferocious Shielded Heal, Fuzzy Counter, Healing Decimation, Healing Lockdown, Instant Shielded Strike, Invincible Heal, Minor Healing Counter, Regenerating Bulwark, Regenerating Strike, Reinforcing Cower, Slowing Counter Power Heal, Tyrant's Roar. Lord have mercy. Oh my god. Dinosaurs affected by these changes, even though it should be creatures. Ailerarctos, Alankyloceratops, Aladrigas, Anuranathus, Archaeopteryx, Arctalces, Arctophysilus, Ardontonathus, Argenteryx, Atrocomolic, Atrocydistis, Australotitan, Bahadosaurus, Bahatonodon, Beelzebufo, Bossray Bahadosaurus, Bossray Fukuimimus, Bossray Hydroboa, Bossray Impertisuchus, Bossray Paracethops, Bossray Postometrodon, Bossray Tyrannochairi, Brunette. What's brunette? Carbonemes, Carbatoceratops, Ceratosaurus Gen 2, Cervalces, Sealhas, Coelurosaurus, Compsognathus, Compsognathus Gen 2, Compsoraptor, Compsovenator, Concacuisaurus, Concatosaurus, Cryolophosaurus, Dilorachirus, Diloranosaurus, Dodo, Dodicevia, Sungaya, and Montaguanodon, and Montosaurus, Enosuchus, Enosaurus, Entelosaurus, Entellolania, Entelomoth, Aramosaurus, Euclidosaurus, Event Boss Ailerarctos, Fukuimimus, Fukuiraptor, Fukuisaurus, Giganotosaurus, Giganspinoceratops, Giganspinosaurus, Giganix, Greganith, Gripelith, Hadros Lux, Hydroboa, Iguanodon, Impertisuchus, Koreanosaurus, Lamiosaurus. Oh, I can't read, my eyes are so blurry. Lystrosaurus, Lystrosaurus, Lystrosuchus, Magnoraptor, Maiasaura, Mammalania, Mammotherium, Magiacosaurus, Megalosaurus, Megalogaya, Megalasuchus, Mailania, Miragaia, Monostegatops, Notapatotitan, Olorotitan, Oranosaurus, Paramolic, Parasaurolophus lux, Parasaurolophus, Paracethops, Platyrex, Postometrodon, Postosuchus, Tyrannochairi, Pterovexus, Perlith, Quetzalcoatlus Gen 2. Quetzalcoatlus Gen 2. Rativates, Rodriguez Solitaire, Scapanathus, Scapitator, Salitosaurus, Sinoceratops, Sinocotoraptor, Scunometrodon, Sonorosaurus. Oh no, Scunometrodon, okay. Spinoceratops, Stegoceratops, Stegosaurus ungulatus, Stegorus, Styracosaurus lux, Tarbonathus, Tenatorex, Tenatosaurus, Testacornibus, Stylos intrepidus, Toro, Tragodistus, T-Rex Mattel, which is 93 T-Rex, Triceratops, Trichosaurus, Triastronic, Syntomoth, Syntosaurus, Turamolic, Tyrannometrodon, Utyrannus, Euchosaurus. Raid invitation improvements. We have made improvements to the raid invitation system, which we hope will make it easier for players to connect with their friends and alliance mates to complete raids. Once the update is live, please let us know if your experience has improved. New dinosaurs: Lamiosaurus, Spherotholus, I don't know. I can't remember the names. Lamiosaurus has powerful counter heal, superiority impact, blessing on escape, blessed strike, alert defensive rampage, group resilient impact, and is an omega. Spherotholus has cunning strike, swap and vulnerability strike, instant resilient impact, stunning impact and run. Rachatholus, distracting vulnerability impact, group cunning impact, taunting impact, slowing resilient strike, precise piercing strike, and it is a cunning resilient legendary, even though it should be the wild card. Rajadotholus, which is a hybrid of Rajatholus and Salitosaurus. It has reinforced on escape, taunting impact, resilient group rampage, distracting vulnerability counter, slowing resilient strike, and regenerating bulwark. What's improved? Dinosaur updates. Remember, there's 17 buffs. Dimetrodon Gen 2. Dimetrodon Gen 2's changes allow it to adjust its strategy and make critical hits more reliably and damaging. This newfound reliability comes from its new critical chance reduction resistance, which brushes off most, if not all, attempts to reduce its critical chance percentage. Attributes: HP increased by 300, crit chance by 10%, critical hit damage by 15%. Armor piercing rampage is now fierce critical impact. That's a nerf. That's kind of a nerf, because it used to be a 2x attack. Now it's going to be a 1.75. Swapping critical strike. Critical chance reduction increased 75%. That's not going to do anything except if you have your critical strike. And unless it's, depending on what critical strike is, either it could be a swap in critical strike, like critical impact, in critical rampage, or it could be a strike that you does damage and increases your crit chance. Otherwise, it does nothing because it's going to resist 25% of that, and its crit chance is 15, not 25 or more. Archaeotherium. Part of this effort isn't just to bring up dinosaurs alongside the current power level of dinosaurs in the game, but also to fix how certain stat lines do not fit with the dinosaur's kit. The Archaeotherium is one such example. It loses a bit of health to gain a large amount of base attack alongside a potential heal based on its attack stat, and cleanse if it can terrify the opponent into leaving. Abilities. Mutual Fury becomes Delayed Mutual Fury. Added lesser heal on escape. Attributes, it loses 400 health, gains 500 attack, and 10% armor. Diplocaulus. The Diplocaulus is friend-shaped. Perhaps we have let this amicable visage guide how we view its abilities. We've expanded the Diplocaulus's kit, giving it more ways to reduce damage and helping it become a slippery swapper. It's a bit of a change in direction for the dinosaur, but it'll help it find a niche in the early arenas. It's not a dinosaur. It's a salamander. HP increased by 450. Speed increased by 2. Distraction becomes Instant Cunning Strike. Added Swap and Distraction. Swap Prevention Resistance becomes Immunity. Euoplocephalus. Euoplocephalus was one of the most formidable dinosaurs in the common dinosaur pool. She used to have the highest armor of any critter when the game launched and was used in the tutorial as the face of resilience far and wide. Time has not been good for this dinosaur. To help, we slightly bumped her stats and gave her more tools to combat dodgers adequately. Attributes, health increased by 400 and attack increased by 300. Rampage becomes Precise Rampage and added Armor Shift, which is a new move. Resistance, damage reduction becomes 50%. Preondactylus. Yeah, this was a shadow change from last patch, but it was not mentioned. Preondactylus. Preondactylus might have been pushed aside as scheduled. Those tiny pterodactyls are difficult to keep confined, but that does not mean we can't make adjustments when necessary. By changing a strike into an impact, these tricky flyers should do more damage per appearance on the field. Instant Cunning Strike becomes Instant Dodge Impact, which is what Dracovinator and Magiacosaurus have. Postosuchus. Postosuchus needed some love. With a kit overhaul, it can fight flocks more effectively with Group Fierce Strike, and its other abilities improved overall. On top of this, all other land crocs who share their updated abilities will also benefit from these changes. Dope. They'll be ready to face a significant challenge as the arena. Abilities. Fierce Strike becomes Group Fierce Strike. Group Frosty increases damage by 75% from 50, and added crit chance by 15% for 2 turns, 2 attacks. Adrenaline Pulse now has a cooldown of 2. Good change because it was 3 and it was terrible. Swap and Shattering Strike. Resistances. Damage reduction 0 to 50. Caprasuchus. We could not update the Postosuchus without updating its sister in Jaws, the Caprasuchus. With these updates, its ability should now match the Caprasuchus' fierce looks and class. We've cranked up ways to boost its attack while upgrading its ability to keep enemies on the field with the addition of no escape. Okay. Attributes. In health increased by 300. Fierce Strike becomes Defense Shattering Wound. Group Ferocity is the same thing as stated previously. Group Cleansing Strike becomes Group Cleansing Impact. Added Swap and Ferocity. Added No Escape. Swap Prevention Resistance 0 to 75. Oviraptor Gen 2. Oviraptor Gen 2 is another dinosaur who needs a little something to be competitive. It embraced some of the most recent additions of the game, as it now has a higher critical damage percentage to go along with its critical chance buff, and more importantly, it adopted the new heal debuff to ensure those pesky dinosaurs can't do so well. Health increased by 700, critical chance 15 to 25, critical damage 125 to 150. Darting counter becomes darted blighting counter, added critical obstruction. Swap prevention 0 to 50. Rajasaurus. Rajasaurus is one of the oldest dinosaurs in the game, and because of the recent hybridizations, we figured we'd take a look at her. Its absolute lack of resistances could not stand in the common bracket, much less with epics. As such, we gave her offensive abilities without sacrificing the number of shields and defenses, in addition to granting the new heal debuff mechanic. So Blight is the debuff. Okay. Attributes. Armor increased to 10%. Attack increased by 100. Taunting shields now becomes instant shield impact. Group shield becomes taunting resilient group impact. Armor piercing counter becomes blighted piercing counter. Added critical obstruction. Resistances. Critical chance reduction resistance 0 to 50. Damage reduction resistance of 50. DOT resistance 25%. Vulnerability resistance 0 to 50. Stegoceratops. Many of you out there look at this dinosaur with fondness, especially if you've been playing from the very beginning. As we have touched upon its hybrid, we knew we'd give this dinosaur a much needed update for all you Ceratopsidae lovers out there. Thus, we've added stat buffs and 3 resistances to this dinosaur. However, the biggest highlights are the changes to its abilities. For instance, its Resilient Strike is now instant, allowing it for a low health finisher. It also gets an improved version of Greater Stunning Strike that will do more damage, apply a slowing effect invulnerability as well, and Collision, giving it a guaranteed critical hit if the opponent tries to leave. Health increased by 300, attack by 100, speed by 3. The Resilient Strike now becomes instant. Greater Stunning Strike now becomes Stunning, Slowing, Vulnerable, Impact. Add Collision. Resistances, swap prevention, resistance 0 to 50, damage reduction to 50, armor reduction to 50. Bahatonodon. Okay. Bahatonodon. Bahatonodon was originally designed to be the ultimate raid healer, meaning it had to bear that weight when considering the arena. We've removed these limitations by replacing some moves with more recent ones from the same family while keeping its healing niche. It also gets a group rampage as a treat. That should make it a better viable pick in arena while you build up to higher rarities. Resilient Strike becomes Protect a Herd. Okay, so it's like a Iguanodon. Lesser Group Heal becomes Group Heal. Group Instant Invincibility becomes Alert Team Protection. That's a new move. Greater Emergency Heal becomes Resilient Group Rampage. Added Exposing Counter. DOT Resistance to 75. Damage Reduction Resistance to 50. Overall, good buffs to Bahatonodon. But maybe, in my opinion, personally, Group Heal maybe could have been Sheltering Impact. Or the instant invincibility could also have been Shelter. Oh, Glyptoceras, I just realized. Hopefully Rinchasian gets something too. Glyptoceras faced an identity crisis as it wasn't particularly effective at anything and lacked synergy within its moves. To address this, we've increased its health and attack stats and added a group move and an instant move while removing the critical rampage ability. Really? While this makes for less burst damage, this should allow the Glyptoceras to withstand the rigors of the arena a few turns longer. Health increased by 200, attack by 100. Resilient Impact now becomes Group Resilient Impact. Just Rinchasian buff. Let's go. I'm sorry, I'm excited. Swap Prevention 0 to 50, Stun Resistance to 75, Critical Reduction 0 to 50, really 100 to 0. Wow. Okay, that seems like a big nerf to me. Yes, it got... Jeez. Sorry, I'm excited. Yes. The Rinchasian's changes are short and sweet. It gains additional critical damage, making critical hits more efficient. Plus, its Devious Strike now becomes instant, allowing it to strike first whenever needed. Indoraptor, that's a big one. Critical damage 125 to 150%. Devious Strike now becomes instant. Indoraptor. This terrifying dinosaur from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom had a tumultuous time throughout updates. It often became less popular and eventually disappeared from players' rosters. Thus, we've decided to kick it up a notch with the following changes to make her as terrifying as she was meant to be. We've swapped around a few moves such as Cunning Strike, which becomes Fierce Strike. The most noteworthy improvement is the addition of Affliction Resistance. Hold on. Affliction Resistance to a non-boss dinosaur. While it may be a small percentage, it will still prove useful. It will still prove useful to this dinosaur. We intend this to be an extremely rare attribute and hope that alongside its other changes, it helps the Indoraptor stand out from the pack it is supposed to lead. I would have gave it Fierce Cunning Strike or Cunning Fierce Strike. Cunning Strike becomes Fierce Strike. Cleansing Impact becomes Cautious Impact. Fierce Rampage becomes Alert, Berserk, Critical Rampage. Really? Evasive Stance becomes Prolonged Sidestep. Bait becomes Medium Baiting Counter. Affliction Resistance 0 to 25. Quetzalrian. The Quetzalrian's theropod and pterosaur ancestors made a dinosaur that was supposed to move fast and eat things. Unfortunately, it did not move fast and became a picky eater. We made a few adjustments to make this dinosaur less fussy and far more able to dine and dash out with the addition of Pounce and Run. It gained some attack power and additional dodge if its adversary left to fight. Attributes, attack by 50, nullifying rampage becomes Pounce and Run, tier 5 enhancement at the end of turn if you are vulnerable, start of turn you... Wait, what? If vulnerable becomes start of... If turn... What? End of turn if vulnerable becomes start of turn if shielded. Okay. Added alert on escape evasion, stun 0 to 70. Really? The first unique in Jurassic World alive, Trichosaurus is receiving an important update to its moveset, which includes significant chomping and devouring capabilities to make its opponents fear it again. Like other balanced dinosaurs, we've remedied its lack of resistance by adding some while boosting its immunity. And if fears take hold of your opponents, they will soon find out they cannot escape, as Trichosaurus now has extreme obstruction. What is that? Resilient Impact becomes Group Resilient Impact. Defensive Shattering Rampage becomes Fierce Devouring Rampage. That's a good change. Instant Invincibility Taunt becomes Instant Taunting Bulwark. Medium Counterattack becomes Medium Counterattack. That's good. Added extreme obstruction. Oh, Pukandaclys. Okay, good. Reduced armor to 75, damage reduction resistance to 25, stun to 50, speed reduction to 50. Pukandaclys. The Pukandaclys, a descent of the Host Eagle, suffered from its ancestors' shortcomings. The changes to its moveset will trickle down to the Host Eagle line, which shares the same moves. Health and attack additions will also bring up the Pukandaclys to today's standards. Health by 250, attack by 200. Fearless Flap now attacks by for 1.25 instead of 1. Group Instant Distraction becomes Group Instant Distracting Vulnerability. Added Stuck Landing, added Obstruction to Flight. That's all 17 changes. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wow. Okay, that went by faster than I thought. Ability updates. Oh, Adrenaline Pulse, damage buff for 10% for 1 turn, cooldown of 2. That sucks. Dinosaurs impacted Postosuchus, heal, cooldown of 2 instead of 3. Dinosaurs impacted Enosaurus, Postometrodon, Scapinathus, and Perlith. Group Ferocity Strike. Increased damage is now 75% from 50. Increased critical chance by 15 for 2 turns to attacks. Cleanses damage debuff and crit chance debuff. Cooldown is now 2 instead of 3. Dinosaurs impacted Gorgosuchus, Caprosuchus, Postometrodon, Postosuchus, and Centausaurus. Group Ferocity. Increased damage is now 75% from 50. Increased crit chance 15% for 2 turns to attacks. Dinosaurs impacted Sangaia. Swap and Ferocity. Increase crit chance by 15% for 3 turns to attacks. Dinosaurs impacted Sungaripterus, Majungasuchus, Majungasaurus, Megistherium, Pteranodon, and Tupandaclys. Fearless Flap. All opponents remove dodge, remove damage buff, remove speed buff. All opponents 1.25 instead of 1. Wow. That's a nice buff to Fearless Flap. Dinosaurs impacted. Argentavis, Host Eagle Gen 2, Host Maximus. Do they spell they spelled eagle wrong? See? Eagle. Host Maximus, Pukandaclys. Bug fixes and known issues. Some pesky bugs have been squashed for 3.7. Here are some of the most noticeable fixes that you're most likely to enjoy. Fixed an issue where the game would crash when enabling the GPS-less mode on lower-end devices. Omega Dinosaur names should now always be properly displayed in the team selection screen. Pressing the Collect Reward button in the Battle Pass menu should properly scroll to next item to collect. We're currently working on solutions for the following issues. Battle Pass notifications sometimes considering already collected items. On iOS, the market might sometimes miss some items when starting the game. During a brawl battle, the dinosaurs in the front row may appear invisible. That's not even implemented, and you already have issues with the game. Really? I meant with the new game mode? Really? That does not look good for you. But that's how it was with a couple creatures in the past. Can't remember which one specifically, though. The friend list might sometimes appear blank for players with a large number of friends. Video ads can't be played for free daily battle incubators. Friendly challenges cannot be started. A note on data collecting. We'd like to take a moment and thank everyone who has been participating in our numerous surveys and providing us with constructive feedback on our forums and social channels. We believe in player feedback, and although changes rarely occur immediately, the very tangible data we collect, especially from our surveys, help us guide our roadmaps and future optimizations. Alright, that's going to have to wrap up everything for 3.7, but let me look at BRAWL really quick. I love it's like, oh, check out this new thing here. You can't. So, yeah. But let me go back over this. I think I went over this. Yeah, I did. So the new moves that we have for, like, Lamiosaurus, Spherotholus, Rogotholus, and Roger the Tholus, we don't know what Blessing on Escape and Blessed Strike is. Same with Alert Defensive Rampage, but I think that's what Stegosaurus ungulatus might have. No, it's not. That's just Defensive Rampage. We don't know what Swap and Vulnerability Strike does. We don't know what Distracting Vulnerability Impact does. We don't know what Taunting Impact does, but we can always just draw conclusions from what we have in game, but everything's not the same as everything. Like, you have Ferocious Resilient Strike and Resilient Strike. It doesn't remove some of the things Resilient Strike does. Same with Medium Resilient Counterattack and Resilient Strike. It doesn't remove... The counter does not remove acceleration increases. And then for Roger the Tholus, we don't know what Distracting Vulnerability counters, which I think we already did. And I think regenerating Bulwark is already a move. But yeah, that's going to have to wrap it up for update 3.7, the Brawl update. If y'all enjoyed the video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as it helps the channel and I out tremendously in numerous ways. Until the next one, I'll stay safe, stay hydrated, do what makes you happy, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.